Hi guys, I'm at Chung's house right now. She's having lunch over there. I'll just leave her in peace, but this is a beautiful kitchen and I thought I'll make her my signature Bookies Bakery cookies. They're made without flour, sugar, or butter. And I'll show you how to make it, but not the full recipe because it is my secret recipe. But you're more than welcome to try it out. I have a mixing bowl here. I already got the oven started and it's a beautiful oven. And yeah, let's get started. So today we're using the almond flour that's unblanched and super finely ground. So if you see it, it's not the typical almond flour. You can actually see the graininess and the shell part of the almond, and actually it's probably healthier. So I'm really glad I found this in Texas. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to put some almond flour. If you see it, it looks like sand. This is really good. A lot of fiber and a lot of healthy fat. Okay, and then next we're gonna put some maple syrup. And then avocado oil. So I mentioned one time in my previous banana bread recipe that avocado oil has a high smoking point. I realized it was 500 degrees. That's amazing. Probably the highest you can find. So I'm gonna use a tablespoon. That's a half a tablespoon. Okay, might seem like a lot, but this is a tiny tablespoon, so relax. Alright, I'm just gonna mix that up. I'm curious how this is gonna turn out because it's a different oven, it's a different measuring spoon, but that's the fun part of baking, is that you don't know what you're gonna get. But the nice thing is this cookie tastes so good with any kind of measurement. Like I tried undercooked, overcooked, too much maple syrup, too little maple syrup. But something about this combination is just so good. Like, yeah, I had so many bad batches that my friends tried and they were like, you sure this is failed? Because it tastes really good to me. And these look so good, like super grainy right now. Wow, my mouth's watering already. Okay, so it's mixing. Chung's looking at me like a proud mom. I love it. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna put some cinnamon. I tried without and with cinnamon, and every time people say they can tell a difference. Cinnamon just gives that amazing, it just brings out all the vanilla and all the maple syrup. I think it's just one of the best baking ingredients, actually. Secret ingredient. Where did I put the vanilla extract? Oh, here it is. She was like, are you okay over there? All right, and then we're gonna put some vanilla extract. All right, and some baking soda. Oh, here it is. Okay, bought this at some store, I forget. Kind of cute. All right, and then we're gonna use the same tablespoon for vanilla extract. If you can tell from my previous videos, I kind of wing the amount sometimes, but it's okay because, as I said, the ingredients are so good. It just turns out well for some reason. This is really like gooey. I think it's because it's like unblanched almond flour, and so because the skin's still there. We'll see how it turns out. It's always tricky to try to use new ingredients. I don't know if this is salt or sugar, so I'm just gonna, you know what? I can try tasting it. Yep, it's salt. Okay, a little bit of salt. Salt, like cinnamon, brings out the flavor of the ingredients. That's why, you know that phrase, be the salt of the earth? Actually, it doesn't mean make the world salty. It means bring out the flavors of the world. Bring out the love, bring out the happiness. So salt brings it out. Okay, and because our body is like 70% water, I think, is it? Let me know if I'm wrong, but makes sense, you know? It's like a seed, or our body's like a seed, like the earth, mostly water, salt water. So salt is very necessary for your body, although we take too much sodium, but it is necessary. Okay, so here's the mix. Wish me luck. Oh, we almost forgot the most important ingredient, chocolate chips. I usually use sugar-free or semi-sweet, but Chong really likes chocolate chips, so that's what we got. Put a generous amount, because who has enough chocolate, right? There's never enough chocolate, ever. I'm gonna put a little bit more. And if it turns out well, maybe we can share it with some people in Texas. If you live in Texas, give me a shout out. It's my first time being here and it's gorgeous. I love it. I'm more near Dotless right now. I'll just use these good old soup table for a scoop. Baking's all about flexibility. Never tried using this kind of spoon for baking, but life is a experience and experimenting, trying new things. That's something my friends used to get annoyed about. It's like, why are you always trying new things when one thing worked well? Stop changing things around, stop changing the recipes. But for me, baking's kind of like creativity, you know? Kind of try new things. And did you know that French fries are chips, potato chips were discovered by accident. Lots of amazing food that we have today were discovered by accident because people tried something new. I mean, who would have thought of slicing the potatoes and frying them into chips? And there's some weird recipes out there that, if you think about it, it's like, who thought of that? What's one? Let me know if you think of one that you can remember, a recipe or your favorite food that you like that you wondered how it was made in the first place. Who came up with it? I have a story. So there was like a fundraising event at my school, and I bought these. Korea has these small castella, like a muffin size. So I bought those and decided to put Nutella on it as a frosting and crushed cornflakes and put them on top. And I know it sounds like just some arts and crafts stuff that anyone can do, but some reason the combination of the crunchy cornflakes and the soft sweet Nutella and the honey castella, it was just like heaven in your mouth. And I sold it for 50 cents. It's ulbaekwon in Korean, for one cupcake. And I have made so much money. And of course I didn't get to keep any of it because it's for fundraising. And it sold so well every day. Like, kids loved it. And I ended up spending hours after school making those cupcakes instead of doing my homework. My mom got so mad. She was like, you need to stop making these cupcakes because you need to do schoolwork. I'm not sending you to school to bake. I'm sending you to do learn and be educated, whatever. But little did she know that I learned so much. I did business. I learned about business in a fundraising event. I wish she saw that, but you know, back then, parents think gotta actually learn from school books, which you know, I really don't learn too much about life from school books all the time. But anyway, I was really proud of being able to sell so much. Like I remember a lot of kids tried to sell different things. Like some of them tried to sell their art piece. You know, some of them tried to sell, what did they sell? Like, I don't know, different creative things. It became like this creative business, actually, competition. We got really competitive, like who's gonna sell the best. And my cupcakes sold really well. But, yeah, I had to stop. I think I raised, at least like $500. Yeah, so baking has always been a fun activity for me, a way to be creative and express myself and ideas. And honestly, just seeing people enjoy what I made is one of the best feelings in the world. You know, especially when it's healthier, because I know, you know, people love sweets, but afterwards you get that little bit of guilty feeling, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have eaten 5 chocolate truffles and this and that. But when people eat my cookies, they feel good, they feel energized, they feel nourished. Not only, it's not a guilty pleasure anymore. Pleasure shouldn't be guilty, it should be enjoyed and savored, you know? Okay, so these look really ugly, but when it's baked, hopefully with the baking soda, it's supposed to make it puff up and give that circular shape. This is to show that it's okay to have ugly cookies as long as they taste good. Okay, ready? So, yep, they turned out bigger than I thought, but I cut it up with a spatula. So what you do when you have baked cookies is just cut it up like this, and it kind of looks like barks, you know, and they taste amazing. I'm gonna cool it off. We're gonna get Chung's favorite Starbucks menu, which is the salted caramel cold brew foam. Salted caramel foam cold brew. Anyway, I'm gonna pick it up. We're gonna have it with the cookies. Yay. So it's my first time trying the caramel cold brew, and it's Chung's first time trying my cookies. So let's try it. Ooh. Mm. All good. Surprisingly good, right? No flour, no butter, no sugar. Super healthy. You will never forget. I can enjoy cookies. Yep. And this is so good.
Now my doctor will be happy.